After the break, we check in on Angels camp in Tempe.
Jake and Sierra at Angels camp, and I hate to say it, but we bought into this team.
You can't help but, from Kurt Suzuki and his smiling face, throughout all the players, they carry themselves well, likable guys. Some guys who looked awfully good in uniform on the all-body team as well.
I'm not disagreeing.
Well, sure, your season's over. Hey, silver lining, no more stress watching. When your team gives you lemons, make Jim Beam and lemonade.
Refresh your season with Jim Beam and lemonade.
I'm not cleaning all these lemons.
Welcome to BFFs with Fred and Puka. Brought to you by Experian. Who would you say is your BFF?
You're one of my BFFs for sure.
Pook, sorry, buddy. I already got a BFF. Experian, my big financial friend. They can help you lower your monthly bills, save you time and money, cancel unwanted subscriptions. Do you do any of that?
No, I don't.
Experian does, and they can do it for you, Puka. You're like my little BFF, though.
I don't think I'm that little, but I'll take the little BFF.
Oh, wait. Get the app from your big financial friend, Experian.
I got this mountain bike for only $11.
DealDash.com. Online auctions since 2009.
I got these 3 suitcases for less than $40.
I got these Bluetooth headphones for $20 at DealDash.com.
If you're not using DealDash.com, you don't know what you're missing.
DealDash.com. Join thousands of daily auctions. Believe it or not, someone got a brand new Nintendo Switch for only $18 on DealDash.com. Here's how. Every auction starts at $0 with no reserve. Each bid raises the price by just 1 cent and resets a 9-second countdown. To join our auctions, you'll need bid credits, which you buy before joining the auctions. The winner of the Nintendo Switch bid against 27 other bidders. And with the bid at $11.34, they were the highest bidder when the timer hit 0 and won the auction. The winner had placed a total of 31 bids in the auction, using 31 bid credits. Including the cost of the bid credits and our free shipping, the final price was only $18.
What would you pay for an iPad Pro? I only paid $42 on DealDash.
I got this KitchenAid stand mixer for only $56.
I got this barbecue smoker for $26.
If you want to find great deals on great items, go to DealDash.com.
That's DealDash.com. Get started today and join auctions like these. This brand new PlayStation 5 sold for only 50 cents. And this iPhone sold for less than $42 on DealDash.com.
And you get a 90-day money-back guarantee with your first purchase.
I got the San Marino Red Honda Accord Sport on DealDash.com. When shopping on DealDash.com, shipping is always free.
Go to DealDash.com right now and see how much you can save. That's DealDash.com. Join today.
There are auctions going on right now. So what are you waiting for?
To those who never got over Olive Garden's braised beef tortelloni, and those who rallied to bring back ravioli to Portobello, we're obsessed that you're still obsessed. So we're bringing back fan favorites for a limited time, starting at $12.99.
Here we go. 5, 4.
At MLB Network, covering baseball isn't just what we do, it's who we are.
You're about to be entertained and amazed. So I just want to show you a few at-bats, because it was incredible.
Connecting fans to the game is in our DNA.
Welcome, everyone, to MLB Tonight, the national pregame show. He added 2 new pitches this year.
In season.
Hello, family.
Off season.
Not every day we hand out Cy Young awards.
Every season.
That's how we do it here.
This is MLB Network, the home of baseball.
Another picture-perfect day at Tempe Diablo Stadium, the spring training home of the Los Angeles Angels. 30 clubs, 30 camps, making a stop at Angels camp alongside Jake Peavy. I'm Sierra Santos, and it is the ushering of a new era, a new dawn for the Los Angeles Angels and first-year manager Kurt Suzuki, and he is being described as a burst of positivity.
That's what he is, and you can already see it and feel it around here. The players love him. But when you have a show and go, you can tell that there's some feel there. Kurt was a former player, a great player, starter, backup, incredible teammate, and been front office coach for a while. All that's going to blend into incredible leadership.
A player's coach, and the boys so far are loving it. And one big question heading into this season, was the back end of the rotation, that bullpen, and they bring in a host of veteran arms.
I think these older veterans are going to provide some real stability and some insightfulness for the youth that they're trying to develop. You got to win those games at the back end. They look to be better.
And speaking of veterans, you can't talk about the Los Angeles Angels without talking about the mainstay and face of the organization and three-time MVP, Mike Trout. Mike Trout, year 16, do you ever see that number and just go, whoa?
Yeah, I mean, it's, looking back, it's gone by so quick. I think, coming into this year, differently than past years, it's more like, getting in the swing of things. But now it's like I'm trying to enjoy the moment, enjoy all of it, and take it all in. It's been fun trying to slow everything down, because you know how spring is. It's just you're here, there, games, and then next thing you know, it's opening day. So I'm just trying to enjoy everything and build that great team chemistry with the team.
Buddy, you look great. You're talking about 16 years in. You look like you just broke in. I remember facing a young Mike Trout. Now at 16 years in, hey, what have you learned throughout the journey? And then tell me how you feel, because I know last year you had most games played in a while. The numbers weren't quite there. There's no way I can believe that that's happening again. How you feel?
Yeah, no, building off last year, last like 2-3 weeks of the season, felt really good at the plate. Just try to carry that into the off season.
Give me a Mike Trout drill. Like when you say
Mike Trout
drills,
drill,
to get right.
Biggest drill for me is a step back.
Okay. What's that do? Just make sure you're getting to your backside?
So it's basically just I'm standing there straight up, and when the pitch is coming, I step back and make sure I'm getting like a good rhythm and sync, smooth. I think once you're in the box and you don't have that rhythm and that feel and everything's rushed, it's like I got to catch up and everything's falling back. And majority of my struggles last year was just me being stuck on my backside and not transferring that load. So doing some drills, step back.
But don't get stuck back there.
Yeah, no, it's basically to get you back and then to get you going forward. So opposed to just a crash forward. So
watching him turn and getting that ready, you can see it in the eyes.
Yeah.
There's the desire to play center. How often do you see yourself out there?
I want to be out there every day.
I saw you the other day. I saw a river.
But I'm gonna be smart about it. I'm definitely a lot comfortable in center field. I talked to Zook, talked to Perry. They're cool with it, and I definitely, the corners are a little different for me. Different angles, different spin. You got to worry about the walls and stuff. So I just felt, going to the offseason, I felt like I feel way more comfortable in center field, and I can just go out there and play and not have to worry about anything. So we got a good conversation with Zook, and just gotta trust my body and be real with myself and listen to myself. It's hard to go into Zook's office or a manager's office and say, look, I'm a little sore, I need a day. I don't like doing that. So gotta be real, gotta listen to my body. If I'm feeling something, must be real, being honest with them.
I'll tell you this, Sierra, the game has never seen a player quite like this.
No.
Mike Trout, pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Mike Trout joined the elite 400 home run club in 2025, and overall, the Angels hit for power. The Halos were 4th in the majors in homers last season, with Joe Adele leading the way with 37 of those. Here's Jake with Joe.
Joe, 37 tanks in the show. We got 40 this year?
Hey, that's I guess that's next up on the list.
What went right? Obviously, you've been in the league now a few years, and I've watched you progress until last year, taking off. What went right?
Well, I think one of the bigger things, I've kind of alluded to this, talking about it. I just kind of committed to an approach and committed to kind of that routine where, good, bad, or indifferent, I was committed to a process. I was committed to something that was true to me, and the results paid off.
I want to know, first off, about a drill. Is there something that you go to when you are, it's inevitable you're going to struggle as a baseball player, period. I don't care who you are. When you do, what gets you right? Is there a certain drill?
I do. I have a drill where I kind of take it's like a small little yoga ball, and I put it in my back arm, my back elbow. And when I'm in my stance, most of the time when I'm struggling within keeping my swing path within this direction through the middle of the field. Right. So a lot of times what I do is I take that little ball, and that ball is back here, and I'm holding tight into that ball. And as I'm swinging, I'm coming through this way, and staying connected through the middle, and if I can almost feel like that ball releases, it should release right back at the guy who's flipping at me. So I'm almost keeping that direction all the way through here. So late movement, late cutters, two-seamers, I feel like I can stay within this path and stay on, and that way it's going to give me a chance, even on miss hits, to drop those base hits in and get out of it.
So yeah, obviously the ball falls out early. The ball doesn't have the direction you want. It tells you where you're going. Here's the last thing I got for you. When you get in the box, what should I coach my young boys. We got all kind of hitters. They want to know what you're thinking or what's a key, not a drill. When you're in the box, what are you thinking?
For me, first thing when I get in the box, personally, I like feeling my base. So when I get in the batter's box, it's important that I get in there. I kind of have a slightly open stance, so when I'm getting in the box, I can feel my base, and I'm feeling like I'm in a strong position, and I'm ready to fire. And that's my athletic position where I can feel my legs, and I feel like I'm in a position that now, at any point in time, I can react to any pitch. But then my eyes are going straight to that pitcher. I'm looking for where he's going to release the ball. I'm looking for, now for me, I've already seen film, so I know who these guys are, but I'm looking for that window of that ball showing up because I can't hit without my eyes. And so that's right where I go. I get my base, and then my eyes are next, and I'm looking forward to watching that ball come out of that window.
40 this year, Joe. Great to see you, buddy.
Thank you, thank you.
Joe Adell will look to continue his power surge, but how about the generational slugger Mike Trout? How many home runs will Mike Trout hit in 2026? Less than 20, 20 to 29, 30 to 39, or 40 plus. He's projected to produce a third straight 2020 season, and he does it all with a Miami swag. How Zach Neto is upgrading his living situation, cologne, and leadership role coming up next.
All right, so guys, just smile and say, switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes and get an iPhone 17 on them, no trade-in needed.
Why can't we just say cheese?
Okay, cheese.
Now you can switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes and get a new iPhone 17 on us. No trade-in needed.
Yes, I actually won.
See this? It just arrived from Deal Dash, a Nintendo Switch 2.
Look what I just won. I love Deal Dash.
With millions of auctions, you too can start winning, like this.
I got this amazing Japanese knife set for just 75 cents.
I got this KitchenAid stand mixer for only $56.
And today, new users get a $50 bonus credit. Go to DealDash.com right now for huge savings
and free shipping from our U.S. warehouses.
The name's Hampton. I know, I look a lot more put together, right? But hey, I've come a long way from my Humpty days. This is bad. See, I've learned a thing or two about crashes and falls. Ooh, on fire. Turns out you shouldn't put all your eggs in one basket. Oh, tempting. That's why I invest with Willow Wealth. Their online platform makes it simple to diversify my portfolio with private markets. I get exposure to everything from fine art, real estate, evocative, right? Still got it. To sports and entertainment. Whoa, easy there. Plus, portfolios including private markets have outperformed traditional ones for the past 20 years. Not that it's a competition. Diversify your portfolio to help rise above public market volatility and level up your game. Like me. Those who know.
Is it cold? It looks cold.
Willow Wealth.
AMC is the new home of TNA Thursday Night Impact.
We are witnessing a golden era
where drama goes next level.
It'll be carnage.
TNA Thursday Night Impact every Thursday at 9 on AMC. Stream on AMC Plus.
This is a very special place. It is a place where we like to think we make memories.
We have the capacity for nearly 20,000 people in the arena.
Working at a building like this, you have access to so many resources. It's about utilizing the tools that we have to be able to create those memories for our partners, for our fans, and for anybody who steps into this building. At the end of the game, they're going to leave here feeling like they enjoyed the experience, enjoyed the game, and that's what we're here for.
A venue like this has a lot of moving parts, but at its heart, it has its technology backbone.
Spectrum powers scoreboards, ticketing, point of sales. They also provide a highly secure network that takes care of fan security, security of the Wi-Fi access, and any data that our fans are sharing while in the arena.
Our fans have an expectation that technology is part of their experience, and Spectrum helps us do that.
Friday triple header on MLB Network. First, it's the Marlins and Phillies at 1 Eastern. Then it's the Dodgers and Giants at 3. Later, it's the D-backs and Mariners at 8. Only on MLB Network.
Manager interviews are presented by Sage, the official finance software partner of Major League Baseball.
Welcome back to 30 Clubs, 30 Camps, where temps are starting to heat up at Tempe Diablo Stadium, the oldest ballpark in the Cactus League. The Angels traded for Grayson Rodriguez and are betting on the once highly touted prospect to become a potential ace. They also added a former Cy Young finalist in Alek Manoah and a bevy of veteran arms round out the bullpen. Jake caught up with one of those vets, Drew Pomerantz, to talk about his new scenery.
All right, I'm here with one of those new additions, left-hander Drew Pomerantz. Drew, first off, congratulations on a great year last year. Man, watching you be a starter and watching you be in the bullpen last year, me seeing you in Chicago, you found something there. What'd you find?
I think more than anything, it was just health. Like I kind of made the transition from starter to reliever, and I kind of just simplified everything and my pitch selection and just my mindset and everything. And then I got hurt for a few years, couldn't get back, and you know, I honestly wanted to quit, thought about quitting because I wasn't really getting much of a chance, and then I just hung with it long enough to get another opportunity last year, and I was finally healthy so I could just go out there and do my thing, and here I am playing another year when I thought I was done like 2 years ago.
Dogged persistence is what it's about. You've seen a lot of ball clubs. You were on a playoff team last year. What have you seen and know about this Angel club that makes you believe 26 is a good year into the playoffs?
You know, we've got a great group of guys and talented people. I mean, I was just telling you before, you know, when I walked over here, there's so many guys that throw really hard here. There's a lot of talented young guys. You know, I think they brought some of us older guys in here to help with that, but also we've, you know, to do our jobs at the same time. But this is a good group of talented guys, and you know, if we can keep everyone healthy and on the field, I think we can have a great year.
I'm not going to get too in the weeds on pitching philosophy and ask you to give any secrets, but being successful as a pitcher, and I'm talking to the youth on up to big leaguers watching this show that listen to you, what would be just some piece of advice to be successful in pitching other than we know you got to throw strikes and get ahead?
Yeah, I think more important now than ever is, like you said, throw strikes. I mean, I think something as I was a younger guy, I was trying to pick corners and was maybe scared in certain situations, but the more I've just found, you know, a way to just be in the strike zone and be at good counts, you start to build confidence like that, especially with the ABS this year. I mean, it's really important to throw strikes and be in the zone because I don't know. I mean, I've thrown one time and guys were pretty patient. I was facing some probably more AAA-ish guys, but they're going to be more patient. And the zone's tight, and it's very, you know, you run out of challenges, and there's a lot more different dynamics to pitching this year. But I think the most important thing is just be in the zone, and you just go from there.
So when you get in the zone, you get ahead. That's what we're trying to do. You've got a really good breaking ball that you put people away with. Tell me a thought process and show me a little bit how you throw that breaking ball. So it's different, huh?
Yeah, I learned when I was like 9 or 10 or something, but I never knew how to throw like the traditional, you know, kind of break your wrist curveball. So I just learned to grip it and kind of throw it like a fastball and just flick it over the top, like towards the end, just kind of come through like that. And
so no pull down.
It's a little bit of a pull down on like these fingers. I'm probably a little more on the side of it now, but when I was more over the top, it was, you know, I have the slow-mos on it too. It kind of like, it comes off this finger last. It's kind of a weird pitch. It's just how I learned how to think of it.
Young kids out there, the lab and all that's great. Talk to your other pitchers, find out how they hold things. You might find something that works. Drew, I hear that it's a young man's game. I see a lot of savvy, salty vets hanging around like yourself. I expect big things, buddy. I appreciate the time.
Awesome. Thank you.
Buddy.
Thank you.
Right-handed pitcher Tyler Bremner is on the top 100 prospect list. He has yet to make his pro debut, but manager Kurt Suzuki describes the laid-back Cali kid as a competitor who knows how to turn it on. And speaking of Kurt, Time now for the manager interview presented by Sage, and for that we welcome in Angels skipper Kurt Suzuki. And Kurt, I got to talk to you the day you were announced to the media. What's been the biggest change? What's been the biggest adjustment since then?
Now it's real. Now, it's not doing interviews. You're actually on the field. You're with the guys, the coaching staff. You're in meetings and all these type of things. So now it's the real part. But for me, this is the fun part. I like being on the field. Obviously, played this game, and for me, this is like the safe place. I get to be on the field in my element, working with the players, communicating, and all that type of thing. So it's been great.
A lot of first-time managers around the league. What has been something you sitting in this seat is caught you by surprise? Or you're like, oh gosh, I'm in charge of that too. I know there's just a lot of responsibilities that you don't know until you're sitting in the seat. Right. What's kind of been something that surprised you?
Well, it's not just the big league team. You're talking about the whole organization, right? They're talking about integration throughout the whole organization, up and down. And they're asking me these questions about the minor leagues, and I'm like, that caught me by surprise. Like, wow, I actually have, a say what happens in this organization. Obviously besides Perry, but that part has been really fun though, because the last 3 years I spent a lot of time, with the minor league players and that department. So really kind of being in it now and kind of trying to integrating everything aligned together has been awesome.
You talk about the Angels being competitive. I know you're on a one-year deal, and we're going to put our best foot forward. I believe your young players have to take even another step up. Talk about your youth paired with some veterans at the end of that bullpen trying to piece together. Just talk about your unit.
Yeah, I do believe we have a great mix of young and veteran type of guys, whether it's on the pitching staff, on the position player staff. I feel like with the Nettles, the Shannys, the Hops, the Adells, and then you got obviously Trouty, Moncada, Soler. Yeah. It's a great group, and then you go to the pitching side, and we signed some guys in the offseason with Romano, Palm, and Curbs to mix in with the staff of, Detmers and Kikuchi, Soriano, Manoa, Rodriguez when they're healthy, and it's a great group, and not just a great talent, it's just they're good guys, and they want to work, they want to get better every day, and I really appreciate that.
Kurt, thanks so much for the time.
Right,
I know you guys got a game to play. Appreciate you.
Best of luck,
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We asked you earlier in the show, how many home runs will Mike Trout hit in 2026? And the majority said B, 20 to 29 round trippers. Jake, what do you make of that?
I do not agree with the majority, most like a lot of my life, not going with the majority. You guys must think he's not going to be healthy. This guy played as much as he has played in the last few years. Last year, the numbers just didn't go right until September. If you paid attention down the stretch, this guy looks like the Mike Trout I know, which is the best baseball player I've ever seen. This guy hits 30 in his sleep if he's healthy,
he's a
probably 40.
Generational talent. Okay, so it was a lukewarm take from our audience. I have another lukewarm hot take. It's not a hot take at all. Zach Neto's going to the All-Star game. Everyone, book it, count it. He's going to have another 2020 season. He led this team in WAR the last 2 seasons in a row. This is his first trip to the Midsummer Classic, but it is absolutely not his last. What you got?
I enjoyed meeting him. I love the way Neto carries himself. Another young player super impressed me today, Logan O'Hoppe. I don't know if you guys have seen this young man. He looks like He-Man.
He's a physical specimen.
He's He-Man, who's a catcher. He's got a couple years of experience under his belt, so he's not a rookie. He's got Kurt Suzuki, John Gibbons on the bench with him.
Yes.
He's going to really take off this year. I think offensively he's going to hit 25, 30 homers, but defensively, game management through the roof. Logan O'Hoppe could join Neto at the All-Star game along with Mike Trout, Soler. If they can figure out how to close ball games, this team is in the AL West mix.
And Jake, that's one thing that we really picked up on, is that this club is really starting to gel. They're starting to build that camaraderie, and it's all because of Kurt Suzuki. All right, Greg, Case, let's send it back to you in the studio.
30 clubs, 30 camps continues Friday with GC and the Mayor. We're going to Jupiter and Bradenton for the Cardinals and Pirates, then out to AZ for the Brewers and the Reds.